Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What am I riding? Here, let's take a look at this. Yeah, you know what that is? It's the lectric Nomad 2. Yeah, okay, we have to get through this mess here. Yep, lectric Nomad 2. Let me angle you here. I'm going to make sure you can see some of that. I think you can see some of that. Hopefully you can see some of that. Yeah, I was at Costco earlier today. Talked to my friend Tom at Costco, and we were talking about the Nomad 2. So I figured, yeah, I'll take it out. Yeah, take it out and see how it goes. Alright, up ahead we got flashing red lights, which means it's going to act like a stop sign. Okay, well, we'll go past the flashing red light and then we'll talk a little bit more. Let's see here. Let's see if these people respect me on the bike, if they stop for me just like a regular stop sign thing here. Let's see. Looks like they are. Except that guy's not. See, that's the thing. You got to make sure these people stop, man. The guy just kept going. He was ahead of his time to go. He was not supposed to be going. Forced me to hop off the bike. See, this is the thing, you know. You got to watch out for these people. What's wrong with these people? Anyway. So, where are we headed today? Well, I figured we'd go and check out the forest preserves. What do you think? Now, typically, I said I didn't want to really take any fat tire bike on the forest preserves anymore, but I think I'm going to have to do it. I want to see what it looks like at this point. You know, because now, if you look around, trees have got leaves on there. The grass is all green. I want to see what it looks like out in the forest preserve. And since I'm taking this bike, this is what we're going to see. I'm going to see how it goes. It's just the way it is. So we're going to take a different method to get there, but we'll get there eventually. So Nomad 2 is a torque sensor bike. Or you could do a cadence sensor too, depending on how you set things up. So right now it's sitting on torque sensor for me, I believe. Yep, it is. It says torque 3, so I'm on. Let's go to torque 4. All right, let's turn here. Russ, you didn't put your arm out. There's nobody around. There's no one in front, no one inside, nobody anywhere. Change my gears a little bit there. So anyway, yeah, Tom and I were talking. Tom was interested in this Nomad 2 to see how good it would be, but I had to remind him, you know, it's only got a single battery. He goes, oh yeah, Tom needs some range. So if Tom needs some range, it's not be the best thing for him. Let's put this on boost mode. Boost mode with torque 4. Boost mode with torque 3. Alright, we're going to have to go here. There's somebody there. We're going to hit him with the bell here. It's the only way to do it. So that they know we're coming. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's go this way here. So anyway, yeah, we were talking about this bike. We were talking about the wired bike as well. The issue that we have here with the wired bike is the wired bike is very heavy. It's a double battery system, but it's very heavy. And so that's a drawback for him. The problem with this bike is it fits everything he likes, but yeah, it doesn't have the battery that a wired bike has. So this is the trouble people have in making decisions on bikes, because if you get one thing, you don't get the other thing, right? Long range bikes are going to cost you in weight because they'll either have bigger batteries or double battery systems. Yep. And then there's bikes that have dual motors, right? That's gonna add some weight. Man, look at all this stuff flying around. This is all the dandelions. See all this white stuff here? Stuff was flying around all over the place. This is not good for those who have allergy issues. So we don't like that. Yeah, I gotta move this thing. I mentioned this before. I said, I kind of feel that the control pad over here on the left-hand side is a little too close, but if I move it, the problem is that moves the throttle too, because I have to move that inwards as well. I don't want to do that. I could, because the paddle on the throttle is a little long. I could probably do that. I may have no option. I may have to do that. I have the same basic problem with both lectric bikes. They seem to be a little too close for me, because you could accidentally hit the button and throw yourself off. So I don't want to do that. Or you just get used to it. But the problem is I have too many other bikes that don't have this issue, and then I don't know. So what are you gonna do? No option. Well, she hit me with the bell, but I'm not going that fast. The reason I don't go fast here, it's kind of bumpy. If you can hear it in my voice, this path here, they really need to redo it. It is rather bumpy. It's okay. I'm not going fast anyways. I'm just gonna take it easy today. Gonna take it easy. Yeah, all the dandelions are out, for areas that have dandelions. This whole field here I could see is just littered with dandelions and things that's already turned white. So all the seeds are gonna get more dandelions. So yeah, I'm gonna get hit in the face with all the stuff. What a mess. But hey, this is under the high tension wires. It's not going to be taken care of. All they're going to do is they're going to cut it. That's really all they do. I mean, they're not going to put weed killer or anything like that on here. So all right, we'll wait our turn here. Okay, they're letting us through. That's good. So anyway, weather right now is like 78 degrees. Man, had to get out at 78 degrees. Come on. Yeah, what time is it right now? Let's see. 2:20. 12:20. What am I saying? 2:20. 12:20. I always have that problem. All right, we're gonna hit him again. Thank you. Yeah, everybody's out walking, riding, Some guys have headphones on, they won't hear us, so since they can't hear us, we won't even hit them with the thing. Oh, big stork or something. Is that a stork? So anyway, yeah, we're just gonna take it easy today. Enjoy the weather. I have my my long sleeve UV rated shirt on. This black shirt. Yep. Got my half glove cycling gloves on. Got my yellow vest on. My X-Needle helmet on. Turned on the light. I remember to do that. Yeah, nice day for a ride. Yeah, this is my ideal temperatures are typically around the 74 to 76 range. 70 degrees being the bare minimum, I feel is a good temperature. Anything less than that, it starts to get a little chilly, As it gets higher into the 80s. then it starts to feel like it's getting too hot. So you got to get out early in the morning. Tom tells me he rides out early in the morning. It's probably the best way to do it, is ride early in the morning. There's less people there, you know, and it's cooler, right? But, you know, if it's still cold out, then it's too cold to go. So he's been waiting as well to get out. All right, let's hit the lady with the bell here. Thank you. I'm looking around here. Yeah, things look pretty green at this point. There's a hill over there that I don't know if people go bobsledding down there or anything, or whatever they do down there. That's all green. All right, this is where we do the hill test. Should we do a hill test? Yeah, let's do a hill test while we're here. Let's get it to almost stopped here. Okay, let's go. Let's see where it goes. All right, we're at 87% battery power. Throttling only. We're on torque 3, it says. Doing 21 something miles an hour. Uh-oh, we got people. We can't. Can we hit it? Yeah, we're gonna make it. 13.7. Yeah, not too bad, huh? 13.7 is very respectable. Getting over the hill. Yeah, I was kind of careful. I was like, oh man, I hope we make it before I have to hit the brakes. I hit the brake a little bit, so maybe it would have been 13.9 if I had not touched the brakes a little bit. Either way, we knew that this was going to do pretty good, so it doesn't matter. Okay, well, we'll hit them up with the bell too here. Thank you. Always say thank you. And make the effort to get out of your way, you gotta say thank you. Nice. Everything looks real nice right now. Forest Preserve sure look pretty good. Now, here's the thing, before we get there. You know, there's an area of the Forest Preserve that, you know, they cut back, but they don't cut down the old, I want to call them weeds, but they don't cut it down. I want to see what that looks like. Is it still browned out on that stuff? Because over here, it's just tall grasses. Over there, it's like branches almost. It's so big. So who knows? I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's see where it goes. And it's actually this Nomad 2. Let me get this bug off of there. This Nomad 2 has a fairly quiet motor. You hear some clickings and stuff like that. Sometimes I hear those clickings, I keep thinking it's the spokes or something. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's very, very soft. So I don't know. But motor-wise, it's very quiet. Okay, she's heading back. We're going to keep going. Okay, so let's go this way. Yeah, I just noticed they took the stop sign off of that thing. They had the stop sign in one direction, but no stop sign in the other direction. Why is that? Not that I would have stopped anyway. If there's no cars, I would have kept going anyway, but still. Somebody tear it down? What's the deal? I don't know. Now here's the thing. I prefer to ride on weekdays. I've mentioned this before in the past. Because kids are in school. Well, not for long. They'll be coming out pretty soon. Kids are in school. All right, we're going to turn here. This light is changing. So we'll go this way first. Make sure there's nobody coming. Go this way first, then we'll turn this way. It's always hard. It's a very tight area to turn on. There's really like no walk path on this side. It's easy to turn. Same thing on the other corner. It's really tight. So, oh well, whatever. All right, we're gonna head into the forest preserve over there. Forest preserve keeps us at about 15 miles per hour, so we'll stay 15 to 20. Sometimes it's kind of hard not to. Now it says no motor vehicles, but I don't know if they mention that for e-bikes. I've seen a number of e-bikes go through here, and of course I've been going through here for years. But that sign I see up ahead is new. So are they saying no e-bikes? Don't know. We will soon find out. No motor vehicles. Okay. Oops. Knocked into my water bottle, almost knocked it over. Yeah, you gotta be careful sometimes. You know, the water bottles are on the down tube. And if you hop off, sometimes you knock into the down tube, and next thing you know, your water bottle is ready to fall off. Now we'll stay low here. Stay out of the radar. I don't think anyone radars you anyways, unless the cops are here. I've only seen one police officer in this forest preserve. He was a motorcycle police officer. I've run into him before. He waved me forward. He didn't care. he was right. Hey, he's a motor vehicle. He was patrolling the bike path, and we don't see that often, where the cops are out checking out the bike path. So anyways, I ran into him weeks and weeks later, and I asked him whether he would ticket me for passing a stop sign. Remember that? And he said no. He says, not if you're safe, and not if I see that you've made an effort. Yeah, I make an effort. All right, there's people on the right, so we're going to take a left, take the long way. The long way here essentially goes through where cars will go through as well when they come into the forest preserve. Technically, now that's a motor vehicle. Yeah, see, you see there's cars in here. Yep, little pop. Whenever you hear that pop, that's usually the tire running over some type of pebble. Let's pedal a little bit. Pedaling a little bit here. We're on torque 2 right now. Gear 7. Yeah, should we lower it? Yeah, let's lower to gear 6. There's 8 gears on this thing. Going down the hill. Speeding up going down the hill. Better slow down. You never know. Now, what about left-handed throttles? Does that bother you? It used to initially when I first got my first one, but now I'm so used to it, it doesn't matter anymore. Left or right, it doesn't matter. I'm used to both ways. And more bikes are turning into left-handed throttles because they're using these 8-speed trigger shifters. And when you do that, there's no space left to put a throttle on here. So the easiest thing is to move it to the left. So you got to get used to it. If you're buying new bikes, get used to it. It's just the way it's going to be. Unless you buy a bike that has the SIS shifter from Shimano, then there's more space. But if you have anything that has these trigger shifters, forget it. There's no space left. Hey, stop sign, nobody around. We have had deer in this area. I've run into a number of deer through here in the past, but it's too late in the day. They usually are out early in the morning. Yeah, you see them wandering around and everything. They'll see you, they'll look at you, then they'll run. Let's pedal a little bit more. Okay. Gotta cross this thing. This thing is always a mess trying to cross. They really need a thing here. No motor vehicles, it says. Well, hey, technically you have a motor on here. So we won't stay on here long. We'll just cut through it and come back out. We'll take the shorter route. Did the head nod. The head nod. Do the head nod. Alright, well, things definitely look green. See, you give people a head nod, they either give you a wave or they give you a head nod. You know, what's interesting as I'm talking through here, I became aware that people could hear me talking from a distance. You know, to me, it doesn't sound like, oh, they can't hear me. You know, but if you're talking, they can hear you. So I tend to talk a little softer when I see people. And, and now we're going down the hill, you're going to do over 20 miles an hour. So you're breaking the law. And we're slowing down a little bit. Let's pedal to get up the hill. No problem. Easy. Nomad 2 is a good bike. Yeah, if you're looking for something that's quiet, you're looking for something that feels good when you're riding it. You're looking for a step-through design. They have a step-through design, of course, is what I have. Yeah, it's nice. It is nice. Okay, see, all this stuff here on the left side, yeah, that stuff's still dead. I kind of figured it would be. It's not going to come back to life. So you kind of wonder, you know, if they had cut it down, then it'd probably look better, but they didn't cut it down. And I don't think, you know, they usually did a burnout sometimes where they'll just put it on fire and burn it all out, but they didn't do that this past year, apparently. So it looks like everything here is just like twigs off to the left. Off to the right's another story, right? Everything looks green. Oh well. I saw what I needed to see. I just wanted to see what it looks like. It looks terrible. Yeah, now I know why they burn it out. Why didn't they do it this year? They usually do it every year. I don't know. It's got to be some reason. Yeah, see, everybody will give you a head nod if you give them a head nod. Yeah, the folks out in this area seem to be more friendly. I mean, every time I go into Bussy Woods, I haven't seen too many friendly people there. Don't know why. But that's one area I don't think I'll be going anymore with the bike. Sad, but yeah, too many reports of cops yelling at you. All right, we're gonna have to hit her with the bell here. Gonna hit her with a bell too. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
I guess we scared them. Well, here's the thing, okay? You hit him with the bell and it scares the guy. Or you don't hit him with the bell and then you pass him, then it scares the guy. I'm not sure what the best way to do is. He wasn't expecting that. He was not expecting a bell. But the thing is, you know, it is a bike/walk path. So whether I would have had a regular bike or an e-bike, I still would have hit him with the bell. Oh well, what are you going to do? People react differently, you know. There's a guy on a rollerblade. Or a lady on a rollerblade, one of the two. Couldn't tell from a distance. Alrighty, folks. That's what it looks like in the forest preserves. Now, sometimes we just take the bike out for fun. See what's out there. Hit him with a head nod. Let's see if these guys react with the head nod. Let's see what happens. Head nod, a wave, and a smile. Yeah, see, if you're friendly to people, they're friendly back. Sometimes. Sometimes not. All right, let's check this one out. Head nod and a smile. Okay, we're gonna have to hit them with the bell here because they're in the middle. Thank you. Well, the lady moved over, but the guy stayed where he was. We needed the guy to move over, not the lady. Maybe he didn't hear us. Sometimes they don't hear you. Yeah. Sometimes their hearing isn't good enough. They can't hear it. Here's an interesting thing, since we're talking about bells. I got contacted by another company who actually makes a horn. Sounds like a car horn. I don't know, it was like $50-something. They wanted me to review it. I don't know. I think that would scare people. I really do. I mean, there's times like, okay, if you're coming up over here, let's hit the button first. Wait. If you're coming up over here, a horn might be something to have if you're on the street. But on a bike path with the horn, man, you'd scare people to death if you hit them with the horn. It was pretty loud. It sounded like a car horn. Tell me in the comments if you think something like that is worth getting on a bike. Okay, we're waiting our turn to cross over. Left turners got to go first. Left turners go first. Then we wait, then we cross. Okay, left turners are still coming. Then now we cross. Cross over here. Hit the button over here. Wait. Wait. I love that. Same voice. Wait. All right, we'll wait. We got no option but to wait. All right. I canceled out my UPS post office box. Well, UPS box, I should say. Canceled that out. I had it for a year for review products to come in so we can do some reviews on the channel that were not necessarily e-bike related. But the problem is nothing good was being offered. Yeah, nothing that made sense for the channel to do. Okay, a couple of things came in, right? The smartwatches, that made sense. You know, you can track things with the smartwatch. And I usually wear my smartwatch, although not today, but I usually wear my smartwatch with me. So those things make sense, but there wasn't enough to warrant the cost of the box. And the UPS guy said, well, if you ever come back, let us know. He says, well, you can have your bikes brought over here. I go, yeah, how would I transport it back home? He goes, yeah, that's a good point. Hey, those boxes are huge. I can't even fit it in an SUV with it inside the box. They got to go to your house. There's no option, you got no choice. So he goes, yeah, okay, I understand. He goes, well, if things change, let us know. Come on back. If the box number is still available, we'll give you back the box number. Yeah, it's not going to change. I'm just going to have everything shipped to me at home. That UPS box is pretty expensive. It's almost like $250 a year. That's a lot of money for something that comes in infrequently for me. It's not worth it. Essentially, you're paying them to do all the work that you do, and you're paying all the money you make on it, maybe, and paying it to them. It's like buying the product then at that point. So, nope, we're not coming back. Forget it. Here's another interesting thing. Yeah, and let me know what your situation is. I have to get high-speed internet in order for me to upload my 4K content. If I don't get high-speed internet, it could take forever to upload. I don't need the speed for the download. I need the speed for the upload. So I have Xfinity, which is what we have in our area. And so the package that they have is typically, I was getting 800 megabits per second with a upload time of about 25 megabits per second. So I usually contract them for 2 years at a time. We were paying like $85 a month just for that. No telephone, no television services, nothing, just internet. So I went to the store, the Xfinity store, talked to the same lady I always usually talk to. She's the only nice lady that'll actually help me out. She's a black lady. So I told her, I said, yeah, it's time to do it again. I said, you've always helped me out. So she's looking through the deal. She goes, I can't help you out. Well, technically she helped me out by telling me she couldn't help me out. All right. She says, this time around, the only thing they have is things that would cost like $119, and you got to get a telephone line with it. I go, I can't do that. She goes, I know. She knows from previous years. I mean, I've been going to her for the last several years. She goes, I know. So here's what she did for me. She wrote down Xfinity's phone number. She says, call them and ask for a retention department. See if they can get you something better. She says, it'll probably go up still, but it's going to still be better than what I can give you. Because they're basically a store. She says, they're basically a third party, she said. So she says, but if you call them directly, you might get a better deal. So I called them, talked to a nice lady in the Philippines. I told her, I says, where are you located? She goes, in the Philippines. I go, I knew it, because I can tell from your accent. She goes, you can tell from my accent? I go, of course, I can tell you. I asked her what time it was for her. She says, well, it's 12:36 here. That would be a.m. in the morning, okay? Yeah, they're 13 hours difference from us. I go, well, you're working late. She goes, yeah, I have the night shift. So anyways, she says, okay, here's what I can do for you. She said, the price will go up, and there's no option. I mean, it's gone up every time. It went from, I don't know what we used to pay, $75 to went to 80, then it was $85. She says, this thing's gonna go and stay at $85, but it'll go from an 800 megabits download to a 1,000 megabits download. I says, yeah, it doesn't do me any good. But she says the upload goes to what she say, 35 megabits upload. I go, okay, but still it's $10 more because you have to rent the modem from them. Now you could get your own modem, but the problem is you have to get the correct modem for it to work properly, right? Because they have, I have a high speed thing, and if things change, they will change out the modem for you, which is what had happened a month or so ago. They gave me a new modem. Maybe it was 2 months ago. He says, we have faster speeds. You got to change out your modem. So I changed out the modem. She says, you can continue to rent that, or you can get your own modem. I said, forget it. I'm just going to rent it. So how much? She says, $95 total. But she says, but you get free Peacock network with the deal. So essentially, it's like getting what I've been paying for $85 and paying $10 per month more for Peacock. You could look at it that way. because nothing else changes in terms of what I will notice much, of course. But we get free Peacock. I looked at the Peacock network. Yeah, no real big deal. I mean, it's movies and things like that. Yeah, let's go forward. And so, yeah, it's okay. You know, it's better than nothing, but I'm not going to watch that stuff. I barely watch movies and television anyway. I usually just watch YouTube. But that's the deal. So now I pay essentially $95 a month for my internet and modem rental and free Peacock network. Yeah, that's the biggest expense I have short of equipment purchases to make these YouTube videos. Yeah, it's a monthly fee, right? $95 a month is pretty expensive. I mean, we get 1,000 megabits download, but I don't even need that. I don't need something that fast. But some people do. There are a lot of devices connected though, if you think about it. I mean, it's not all at the same time, but there are a lot of devices. Because you have things like, we have things like televisions, iPads, what else we got? Phones, right? Even the refrigerator is connected. So is a dishwasher. Yeah, everything's connected, man. Yeah, those things will tell you, you know, when the dishwasher is done, whether you're, I'm trying to move up here without triggering the thing, and I'm trying to get out of the way for the car behind me so he can turn if he wants to turn. All right. So anyway, knocked into my water bottle again. See, you hop off, you got to remember that water bottle's there. Yeah, let's take a drink of water here. Getting a little thirsty. So you got a lot of stuff connected. You take a look at it, and there's a lot of devices, but not everything's working at the same time, right? Still, it shows you got a lot of devices. If they were all working at the same time, then 1,000 megabits per second would be a good deal, but they're not. They're not all working at the same time. So when they tell you, oh, you know, you've got a lot of devices, you need a higher speed, I don't think so. You let me know what you think. If everything's working at the same time, you need the higher speed, but it isn't. Here's another thing. Whenever I upload my YouTube videos, I do it during the times when people are either at work or something. You know, if they're at home, it slows down your upload. Everybody's on the network at that point, so I don't do it then. All right, I think we're done for today. What do you think? Yeah, I think we're done for today. I think what we'll do, we'll cut through here again, then we'll head back. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you do for your internet stuff. You know, do you use the cable network to do it? Do you have other things? Oh, here's one more thing. There's always one more thing. Xfinity wanted to sell me phone services too. I says I don't need that. I have my own phone service. And so she told me, she says, yeah, they want them to sell a phone with every recontract of their cable network. And she tells me a lot of stuff. She's told me stuff like that before. I've gone, that's why I always hope I get her. She's the best service guy there, service person there. So I says, yeah, I don't need the phone. She goes, yeah, I know. She remembers from previous years. She goes, but that's what they want us to do. So that's why she says, go call the retention department. Save yourself a little bit of money. So it's nice of her. See, you build a relationship with people. They look out for you. I don't know if she gets commission or no or something, but I'm assuming she might. But she's looking out for me. So yeah, always be nice to people. Pays off. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.